Hey, welcome to an episode of Beers, Jack of BBQ. So today, we're gonna do some burgers on the Weber kettle. And what brought this on is we had a YouTube subscriber from the UK ask us about doing a review on the Weber kettle. So he saw that I had it for a while and it's coming up on a year that I have it. And he also asked how to do the perfect burger. So I don't actually know what the perfect way to do the perfect burger is. We've done smash burgers before and they've been fantastic. We've done smash burgers with venison and those have been fantastic. So today, I'm gonna do it kind of reverse sear with the burgers. So I'm actually gonna probe them. I actually got 2 beef burgers and 2 venison burgers here. We're gonna do that. I'm also gonna throw some bacon right on the grill grates, indirectly because we have the Slow N Sear on here, and trying to just see what treat it like an oven. So we'll just make the bacon first. We'll let you know how that comes out. And then we're gonna start the burgers. Like I said, I'm gonna probe them the whole time. So, as soon as you see the introduction, we'll do a little bit more on the Weber kettle for how it held up for the year, and then we'll move on into the cook. So we'll see you soon. All right, we just wanted to give you a quick overview of what we've been doing with the grill. So as you can see, it's about a year old. Fantastic shape. Had it covered, don't use it that often. It creates a parachute and blew away a few times. So I leave it uncovered, clean it once in a while. Some accessories on the bottom is the Vortex and the water tray for the 2.0. Use the grill hard. Usually use the Slow N Sear most times we're using it. Been a fantastic grill for the past year. You can see by the inside, everything's been fantastic inside as well. All right, so we're gonna start the bacon. Like I said, this is our homemade bacon. We do have a video out there showing how this was made. We are going to make a new video at one point and cook the bacon on the Weber kettle for the final end of it. But just so you know, this bacon was a batch. I only use my homemade bacon now all the time. And I actually made a batch and smoked part of it on the Weber to see if there was a difference. Couldn't really tell a difference, so I was pleased with that. But this batch is actually from the Weber. All right, we'll let that cook up for a while, and we'll bring you back. All right, just want to take a look at the bacon. It's been on about 5 minutes. See what it's doing. Okay, that looks good. Just gonna move it around a little bit. I want to kind of get it away from the edge of the fire a little bit. All right, I think it's gonna work out this way. Gonna leave it on another 10 minutes, and I'll probably flip it over. All right, gonna check the bacon out, probably flip it over, or maybe we're gonna be done already. Actually, yeah, this is looking perfect. I am going to flip it, but I'm going to run in and get something to put this on because it's going to be done. Like I said, we'll let it go another 2 minutes or so, but this worked out nicer than I was expecting. All right, be back here shortly to pull it off. All right, going to pull off the bacon. It's going to be hard to save this bacon for the burgers. All right, we'll be back here shortly when we load up the burgers. I'm going to probably clean the grates, move the coals around a little bit, and we'll bring you back for the burgers. All right, got the burgers out, cleaned the grates, move the coals around a little bit, and we're going to put them on. So this is the dairy burgers. I did put a little Killer Hogs all-purpose seasoning on these. That's the only thing I did with them. So like I said, we're going to do them indirectly. And I'm going to probe them. So I'll probe one of the deer and one of the beef. Grab my probes here. Hopefully I can get a good reading on them. All right, we'll leave them on for a few minutes and we'll check them out in a little bit. All right, so I want to check them out. One's at like 113 and one's at like 105. So I'm not sure which is which, but that's all right. I had the grill running pretty hot. All right, we're gonna let them go. I'm gonna stay to about 140, 145, and then I'll do a little bit of searing on them. We'll also toast some rolls at that point. So we'll see you back here soon. All right, so I was getting some different readings and I think I was missing the center of the burgers. So I kind of moved the probes around a little bit to get better readings. And what I'm gonna do now is get some searing going for a little bit. They're at 145. I'm gonna move them across the coals just for a little bit on all sides here. Then I'm going to flip them over and do that a little more, which is going to bring the temperature up into the 155 area, which I'm assuming. And then I'm going to bring them back to the indirect side and get some cheese on them. So we'll just keep a watch here and we'll be back here shortly. All right, going to flip them over. That's some action. So let them sear a little bit on this side, and then we're gonna, like I said, bring them over and get some cheese on them. All right, gonna bring them back, and I'm gonna put some cheese on them. We're gonna let them go for a little bit. So said, I'm also gonna then toast some rolls. Shrank up a little more than I thought. All right, want to take a peek at it. Just a little bit more, and then we're pulling them off. All right, gonna pull them off now. You notice I didn't put cheese on anything because usually when we heat the meat up the second day is when we add the cheese to them. Cheese isn't totally melted on these, but it'll keep melting as we go here. What I'm going to do now is clean the grates and I'm going to toast some rolls. All right, so I actually put a little bit of butter on these rolls. And I'm just going to, like I said, put them on here for a little bit. I'm going to spin them across the fire just for probably a few seconds to check them out and see what they look like. Because I'm sure it won't take long. That fire is pretty ripping hot right now. And we don't want to burn them. The outside edge wants to get done, but... All right, so we're going to yank these off. We're going to build a burger and we're going to show you what it looks like. As always, cheers. All right, so tonight we did cheeseburgers on the Weber kettle. It all came about by a YouTube subscriber. I don't think I mentioned his name, well, I actually don't know his name. His YouTube channel is just H. He's from the UK. Ask about the Weber Performer if we give an update since it's going on a year now that we have it. So, and how to make the perfect burger. Again, I don't know how to make the perfect burger. I know how to make a burger that I like. Like I said, we did smash burgers before and I think those are fantastic. But we figured I'd try one just indirect. Do a little direct searing on it. I brought them back then to melt the cheese and did it there. I did mention that we took the one to about 105 to 115, flipped them. When they got to about 145, I started searing them off. Once I got the sear on them, and it wasn't a whole lot of sear because it was starting to get some flames, I put the cheese on it, let the cheese melt, toasted the rolls. Before we did that, we actually put the bacon, our homemade bacon, on the rack, and that looks like that worked out perfectly. So thanks to H for the suggestion, and like I said, we're going to do a little bit. You would have saw already a little replay on the Weber Performer on how it looks after a year. It gets used hard, gets used throughout the winter. Probably once a week to twice a week the Weber is fired up, and the Komodo Joe goes as well, at least probably once a week at this point. So I'm going to build the burger, cut into it, sure looks like, take a bite, and see how it is. So I'm actually, instead of lettuce, I'm actually using some spinach. I actually like spinach a lot. So I'll use the base layer of the spinach Gonna get a nice, this is a venison burger. Top that with some bacon. And then I'm going to go with the onion next. It's going to go a little bit, and a nice slice of, oh, you know what? I want to put the mustard on this before that. Then we'll go with the onion and a nice slice of tomato and top that off. I don't know what it looks like to you, but that looks pretty good. Let me cut into it. See how we did with this? I can't see it, but it looks pretty good to me. Yep, it's probably like a good medium well. I should have just got to that almost 160 area, 155 area. So we'll take a bite and see what it looks like, or see what it tastes like. I'll tell you what, I like smash burgers. That's a good burger. That toasted roll with a little bit of butter on it, and just the rest of it, the bacon, fantastic burger. So hopefully you like what you're seeing. Subscribe to the channel, share the videos with your friends, click the little bell, get updates for every time we put something out, and we'll see you next time.